we have the stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So with this video, what we're going to do is sort of just look at the week ahead. We've got this Monday trading session that's coming up tomorrow. So we have seen some fairly significant price movements in this stock recently. And as I've said in previous videos, I do think that we're sort of on the verge here of a major inflection point. Now, we need to actually break above those levels in order to confirm that inflection point. So I want to discourage people away from possibly having some misplaced optimism. I mean, we haven't actually overcome some of these specific price zones yet. So we need to see those levels, those price zones actually break first to the top side before we can really start to believe that we're ready and on the verge to start seeing some major upward trend movements in bullish momentum. So currently what we're looking at with this price chart, is a recent price move that has broken back through the $5 level. As far as the Monday open is concerned, I think that this could have some significant importance here because, this does bring us back below that psychological level, and it does sort of threaten this 100-hour exponential moving average, which would be this purple line here, rising purple line, in addition to the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this most recent ascending move higher. So, anybody that's been watching this stock or is currently trading this stock, likely understands the importance of this recent move higher. We do have this major support test coming in at $3.68. It's a very major level to the downside. And then near term, what we're looking at is this potential break of this $6 level that has been coming into some resistance at $5.70. So this recent pullback here is important because it's sort of questions, I guess you could say, this entire trending move. And if we were to see a share price break below this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement, that is when you start to lose some of that bullish bias. So, as I said, that would cause us to lose this 100 hour exponential moving average because this is the hourly price chart, and the purple line is the 100 period EMA. And then in addition to that, you also have that 38.2% fib retracement coming in at roughly the same area. So that would be a major break here to the downside. If we were to see some continued weakness here into the Monday open, this would be the main level to watch because you would also have that, you would also be losing that psychological support at $5. And, this most recent trend wave lower, if we sort of drill into the price chart here, is moving to the downside. So the question here is, what exactly is occurring at this point? Are we sort of moving lower to base and then consolidate and then break through that $5.70 level and then possibly break through that $6 level? Or are we starting to see the development of some lower highs and then possibly some lower lows if we do break below this $4.97 support zone that was posted into the end of last week? That latter scenario would be a bit of a problem here because this rising blue line here is also starting to move right into this region. That would be the 200-hour exponential moving average. So if we were to break below all of these areas, all three of these major support signals, then that would start to refocus the attention back on the downside because we would then have some suggestions of negative momentum. Looking at the indicator reading here on the hourly price chart, and again, this is an important indicator reading because the daily chart and the hourly chart tend to have the most importance in the market. Those tend to be the two time frames that are most closely watched by the market. So this is where the majority of the market's attention is being focused. So what that really means is that you're really going to be watching the exponential moving averages on those time frames and the indicator readings on those time frames. So if we look at the indicator reading and the relative strength index, what we can see is that this downtrend in momentum has actually broken to the top side. And that's really not surprising because I think I've said in prior videos that, this had a very steep slope, this negative trend momentum indication here. Very steep slopes tend to be much more difficult to sustain themselves, much easier to break in one direction or the other, either bullish or bearish. And this was a fairly drastic slope that was being, focused in this on this stock here. So we did see a sharp price break movement into the upward direction that was strong enough to allow the relative strength index to move above its own exponential moving average, which is this purple line here, and then above this downtrend line as well. So we did break through two kind of areas here, and this does give us some bullish signals here from the hourly indicator reading. In addition to that, you've also got this longer term trend movement that remains in the positive direction. So as long as we don't see any sharp price movements that are drastic enough to break through that trend, we would then continue to expect that upward trend momentum can continue at least for the first few trading days next week. But this is really the question at this point. Does this trend line hold up? If it does hold up, that should give us, some fuel, some positive momentum to start the trading week on Monday, and then that could allow us to at least start to focus on another retest of that $5.70 resistance level. If what we're seeing here is actually the development of lower highs, we could be in the process of doing that. I mean, that has to be acknowledged. We had some roughly a triple top resistance zone here, and then a new high that was a bit lower than the prior highs. So if we are starting to see the sequence develop here, where we're seeing lower highs, this could send us through that 497 support zone, and then ultimately that could start to erode this positive trend momentum that has been developing on the hourly time frame. So this will be significant to watch for these two types of events here next week. Do we actually bounce off of this trend momentum reading, or do we break through it? As that's happening, are we breaking through that 497 support zone, or do we bounce off of there? Those are really the key levels to be watching here, because if we do see share prices move below that area, you do have to then start to expect a period of more sustained downside price movement throughout the week. Remember, this is still a somewhat short-term time frame here. So what we're really looking at here is, potential day trading type of strategies here. But we're trying to understand where the momentum is headed most recently, and where it is likely to be taking us in the trading periods ahead. So overall, I really wouldn't start to turn the bias negative until we break below this 440 support zone. That'd be this area down here. I'll just mark that in here quickly. Because this would then break through the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement of this entire trending move here. And then that really would start to threaten the entire bullish outlook here for this entire trend wave, because it does then increase the possibility that we could see a full retracement back toward those $3.60 lows. So here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.